So let's actually check out. I'm just going to see. Remember, we got here this Catholic one. So let's see what. I'm just going to show you that. So it says here. So this is Tertullian. So this is a Catholic.com website, and we see here. It says here, unity is distributed in a Trinity. So now let's see if we can find him actually saying that. What Stanford has to say. History of Trinitarian doctrines. One. Alright, let's see what. And you notice whenever I do a search, when I go down, I always avoid Wikipedia. Always go for one of the like an educational place or because somewhere that looks a bit more serious. Because like this is Stanford or Edu, so I'm presuming that they've got some sense here. If you go to their Tertullian, let's see what he says. It was pressed on one side by Catholic Christians. Yeah, you see, objected to late 2nd century Logos. It says here he was pressed on the other side by Catholics, now called monarchians. It says some of these thought Jesus to be a man empowered and indwelt by God, while others thought that Jesus and the Father were one and the same. That's modalist. The same self and same God. Right. So notice it says here is a graphic illustration of Tertullian's Trinity, not a triune God, but rather a triad or group of three with God as the founding member. But notice it says here Tertullian's. That's a weird looking thing. It's like a balloon, isn't it? So Tertullian's Trinity says not a triune God. So if you go back to these Catholics, and so this is what they say about Tertullian. There's only one God, and the unity is distributed in a Trinity. The three are the Father. They are three. However, not in condition, but in degree, not in being, but in form, not in power, but one of one being. Yeah, so I think what they're doing is they're just using a bit of what Tertullian said to match what they believe. But then if you actually dig deep into what Tertullian believes, you're not going to get the Catholic Trinity out of it. Because it looks like Tertullian went a bit deeper. Yeah, I'm just checking no one else wants to. All real things are material. Like I say, I don't usually really go deep into any of this stuff. It says, what is Tertullian's answer to his monarchian critics? It says, first, he strongly emphasizes that these are truly three. None of the three is identical to any other. They are undivided in the sense that the Father, in sharing some of his matter, never loses any. Okay. So Tertullian, as you can see, he's not a proper Trinitarian because he says sharing some of his matter. Of course, a Trinitarian is not supposed to say that. Because they're supposed to say essence, which isn't matter, according to them. Because he says sharing some. But what Trinitarians say is that all three are of one essence, so there's no sharing. So that shows you Tertullian is not an orthodox Trinitarian. It says, nor are they parts of any whole. So it says the latter two simply share some of the Father's divine stuff. Yeah. It says Tertullian does not argue that the three compose or otherwise are the one God. Instead, Tertullian replies that a king may share his one kingdom with subordinate rulers. It may still be a one kingdom. Likewise, gods may share the governance of the cosmos with his son. Yeah, so as you can see, the Great Commission, yeah, you can come in if you want. I mean, hardly anyone's here. If you just click on the link, and I'll see you come up on the side. I mean, that's if you're still there, because there's only two, well, there's 3 concurrent viewers. Yeah, so like I said, I'm not here just to be like Sam and just insulting people. Yeah, it's just I'm also not I'm not watching the chat that well because I'm actually on two computers. So I didn't know if one of the other computers, because one computer is faster than the other. But like I say, if you want to come up, then just click on and I'll just see you show up in the lobby. Yeah. So it says, despite these fundamental differences from later orthodoxy, Tertullian is now held by Trinitarians for his use of the term Trinity, Latin Trinitas. So notice so like it says, they will use Tertullian as a way of supporting their doctrine, even though he doesn't actually believe their doctrine as it is. So they'll hide that part and make it seem like Tertullian supports them, even though he doesn't. And you notice that Tertullian's from 160 to 225. And so in 225, I remember this is before this Dionysius guy. So this Pope Dionysius, he's 262. Tertullian died in 225. So the Trinity was sort of around even before, you know. So people were believing something like it in Tertullian's time, but it wasn't as it is now. Yeah, so what happens is, I was just saying, if you click the link, you should just go to the page should show up. I mean, I presume I should still be online. Because normally, if I drop, I'd know straight away, and I'll see you show up in the lobby. Yeah, so notice it says he was pressed on one side by Catholic Christians who objected to late 2nd century Logos Christology. But yeah, when these Catholics say they've been around, it is true. Problem is, it's not the fact that Catholics weren't around from a long, long time ago. It's the fact that their beliefs were a problem, and it was different from what the apostles taught. That's what the real problem is. Actually, it looks like this Stanford. Yeah, this is a pretty good site, actually.